right, well, we are here. Life in the Dad Lane. I'm Ed Placencia. That is Lane Compton. Episode 23. I know we talked about it a lot last week as if it was, but this is 9 months.
Yes, it is.
And wow, happy birthday, little baby. Tell him I said happy birthday. I'm sure he'll comprehend.
Oh, yes. Yeah, very aware. Maybe he actually is because of the photo shoot that happens on the sheepskin rug every month now. It used to be weekly, but now it's monthly. But holding him down to get a clean photo is just about as easy as holding him down to change his diaper.
Is that right?
It's not easy at all.
You're going to have to put like the green mittens on your hands so you can just Photoshop them out.
Exactly. I should get some. That would be good. Probably the only way we're going to get a clean one anymore, at least for a little while. But yeah, 9 months to the day yesterday. And
nice.
To follow up, you asked what seems like it went quicker. Inside or outside, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
And I still stand by what I said, but I posed the question to my wife as well. And she's like, oh, outside by far.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess thinking of where that comes from for her, the outside certainly made sense as we were both talking and what I said last week, which can feel like yesterday when you are sleeping like we are.
Right.
No, we're not sleeping that bad. Is there's just so many changes, milestones, every sometimes day or after a nap. It seems like sometimes something is changing, or as we caught him on the camera of this monitor practicing his sign language.
Really?
Yeah.
So, wow.
Which means more, and he's in his crib kind of
just
practicing.
Watching him do more.
Yeah, he's practicing. It was so sweet. So the evolution happens quickly, but there's so many changes in it. And I also know for her, I think it came to where she wasn't quite ready to have it be over. You know, it's like I've created this bond. I don't know that I'm ready to let go of it and in a way to share him. Not that it was, it's all mine, but
right.
I know it was kind of a tough thing. And so maybe that has something to do with the outside's faster than the inside.
I think I would have thought at least one of you would have said the inside went faster, just because in my head I would think, wow, those sleepless nights and the crying and stuff has to sometimes be so much. Like I was like, for sure they're going to say the inside went faster. So that actually for both of you that surprised me, and I'm glad that's good to hear.
Yeah, I wonder if, just like so many of the other things we've talked about, like, well, why hasn't all my friends who have kids told me? Is you forget things so easily, because you're just in delirium state,
right?
So maybe it's the blissful ignorance. I can't remember how slow each day was when I was sleeping 2 hours.
Yeah.
But to also begin from where we stopped last week, we got off, and I know I sent you the video right after.
I was going to mention, yes.
I ran upstairs because I finished and my wife was saying, come up. I'm like, I'm coming. And I get up there and he is walking with his pusher. He's pushing, or his little walking, four-wheel little cart thing.
Yeah.
But he's cruising around the living room. And that was a huge milestone, obviously.
Yeah.
And as proud dad, I'm telling everyone that he's walking now. He's not walking, and I know that.
Right.
I know that. But he's walking.
Yeah. He's doing the motions, and he's he's supporting his own weight, and he's going forward and
slightly peg leg on his right leg, and definitely drunk looking. But yeah, he's doing it.
and has he been continuing to do it? That's a great way to phrase it.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Certainly, some of it is like the encouragement. Do you want to? You want to try walking? You want to do your walker? And he never turns it down. Sometimes he, I think, gets bored with it because it's hard. He can't steer it, so it's like I ran into the wall. Okay,
yeah.
Let's play with a block. Cups.
Can he? Like from the floor, can he get himself up and start to push it, or does he need help?
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah, it's tricky. It depends where it is because of the angle. It's straight up in the back and then an angle in the front, more or less a right angle, I guess. But yeah, of course it is. And it's not super weighted in the front, so when he grabs it, he can pull it down if he's going from an angle. But if he's right under it and stands straight up and he pulls himself up, it works out all right.
And he's not. My fear would be that as he's pulling himself up, he pulls it down and like it like kind of tumbles backward over. But that's not happening.
Oh, it has.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It's happened.
But he's still going at it.
Yeah.
He's not deterred.
I mean, he's learning.
Yeah.
He's learning. The head bonks are hard to watch and you feel bad for him, but it's also,
Yeah.
It's part of the growth process.
I love that.
And learning curve. I don't want him to have a bad bail like he did over my lights a couple weeks ago.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah, I mean, the pulling that thing over him and whatever, if you're around and it's not, knocking him out, I think it's okay.
Yeah. It's funny. It seems, it's like anything else, I guess, that is quote unquote new, even though we've been doing this for a while. I'm starting to have friends and family comment on, so wait a second, you're doing this podcast about kids? And I was like, well, yeah, kind of, it's mostly about, it's not my kid, but I'm talking to my buddy who just had his first son. And so it's just kind of funny to hear their at first surprise that I'm involved in it, but then also as I talk about it, the general consensus seems to be that's really cool that he's got this time capsule and it's kind of like what you and I talked about in the very beginning. Everyone's first response is, that's cool that not only does he have this time capsule, but also his son has this, that years down the line, he can hear what dad went through and what it was like, and what he was like as an infant and what kind of things he got into. So I thought that was kind of cool. What, has your wife listened yet?
I know she's heard a few. I don't know if she's listened all the way through. I know she's she's checked in and she's shared it with a lot of her friends. Yeah.
Are you getting a lot of corrections, or is she pretty happy with your performance so far?
I haven't. There were some early on. More just like, yeah, that's true. Kind of. Yeah, I mean, it's right, but you could have also included. Yeah. Pull back from the Instagram teachings. Yes, that's probably a good idea for all of us. No, there have been a few, but haven't got the tap on the shoulder right in a long time. So,
and you also do a good job of saying, this is just what my wife has said, or I'm not. I think this is what she said, or I think this is how it went because I'm learning this as well. So you're definitely, you're not coming out and saying this is the way. It's kind of like, I'm learning this, and this is how I remember it. That's
yeah.
And I like that.
Well, you're a great wingman, buddy. Thanks for backing me up.
I got you, bud.
Support, power in numbers.
I got you.
But back on course here. The week of foods. This kid is a maniac with eating, and he loves, and he's getting probably better meals than I am, and well balanced.
No wonder he's practicing the more signal.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. Of course he's learning. He's practicing that one. We tried the peanut butter for the first time this week.
Snap. How was that?
And no rashes, no worries. So I think we're safe. We've done it a couple of times. And And one of the interesting things that I've been incorporating into his meals is the fact that he is still taking the bottle, but sometimes he won't finish it all. He gets kind of sick of it, or I don't know if it gets colder with me as opposed, he likes it fresh.
Yeah.
He's a very picky, specific
he has a palate.
eater. Clearly. And so I have leftover, and it's not like formula where you could save it and reuse. Like once you've heated the breast milk up, you can't reheat it.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a big
Okay.
no-no. And so you've got this milk, and so I have been incorporating into some scrambled eggs, mother's milk eggs, and
Look at
some
that.
veggie or something. I did mother's milk scramble with spinach today for breakfast,
Wow.
with a buckwheat pancake and peanut butter, some mixed berry yogurt made by hand of blueberry and
He's eating better than the both of us.
yeah. And to finish, a sumo mandarin orange.
Wow.
Which, the citrus, this kid is a freak for citrus.
Is that right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. He's
Wow.
showing his SoCal colors by loving avocado and loving all citrus.
I was just going to say the avocado toast has got to be in there at some point.
Oh,
right?
yeah. We've done the avocado and egg, hard-boiled egg, like mash. I'll mash those two things up and put that on toast, and he eats that up. And
I mean,
as
it
I
is
was,
good.
oh yeah.
I mean, there's a reason it's so popular. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna start writing a cookbook with leftover mother's milk and how to incorporate it into your child's meal.
I like it.
Coming to your coffee table soon. Another plug here.
Yeah, that's right. If you want to buy that instantly, just click
Pre-order
on that
now.
button. Exactly. Yeah. See.
But yeah, I
Wow.
thought that was kind of clever, and my wife was like, "Thank you. What a great use of it. I hate to see it go to waste because
Yeah.
we don't throw it out. You save it. There's a lot of home remedy things and ideas that you can put them on if they get like eye infections or stuff like that. I guess you can put it on the eye, or you can give them baths in it if their skin is breaking out.
Wow.
Yeah. So we don't throw it out. She
Wow.
worked so hard to produce and make.
Yeah.
And if this kid isn't going to take it by bottle, by God, it's going to be in his scrambled eggs.
Now, you mentioned he ate peanut butter and it was fine, no reaction. And forgive me if you'd mentioned it before and I'd forgotten. Do they do like allergy tests as babies to see if he's allergic to foods, or right now is it kind of a figure out as you go type situation?
On our end, we're doing the figure it out as you go, and you're kind of advised to mark them by week. So if you're going to try a known allergen, do that one allergen for a couple of days, for 1 week. Don't introduce other ones that could also cause an allergic reaction, so that check off that box. We're okay.
Right.
And we're kind of doing that with all foods in general, just to see what he's eating, what he likes and takes on.
Yeah.
I don't know. There may very well be allergen tests, but I've never had one. But knowing people that have, and it's like it's on their back, and there's all those different pricks and things like that.
Right. I remember last week, her brother was in town. Is he still there? Is he out of town? How'd the visit go?
He has returned to NorCal. He's out of here, but was here for the week, just helping with some busy scheduling things that we had with stuff that was going on for me and work-wise and whatnot, which a blessing as always, and really neat just to see the development of knowing who he is and the attachment and when someone is really close with your kid and they also introduce a new energy, a new idea of games to play or things to do, it's nice
Yeah.
to see, because it gives them a wider scope, and it's, fortunate that our kid does like his uncle. I suppose it could be the other way around, and
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
is in that kind of like stranger danger phase a
Hmm.
little bit. I've taken him to one of the acting workshops I go to twice now,
Yeah.
and
Cool.
so I walked in and kind of handed him off, thinking, "Oh, it was so easy last time." And nope, the first two or three people he was not happy with,
Really?
and so, yeah, so I held him as we worked,
Oh,
which is
wow.
not a part of the play at all.
Right.
But there was something really wildly important about doing that, because in the play, the guy does have his own kids, but having that, looking to find a way to talk to mom as well as like your kid, that like the inner child
Mm.
dialogue happening as well, in a way, it was very informative.
Yeah.
Clearly not what the playwright wrote, but
Right.
we'll put it in our back pocket. Maybe it'll come up when we work on it next. But yeah, he's the point being
Yeah.
is he really was not going to be sitting with anyone else that day, and so the stranger danger's there, and he does
Mm.
not have that with his uncle, and he just continues to grow in their relationship, and the uncle's just so great with him.
Yeah.
So we're very fortunate.
Do you think it's any different for him? Like, did it help him a little more? Like the first time he was watching you up there, and then this second time while you were holding him while you were doing it. I don't know. I kind of feel like that might actually help teach him that when dad is on the stage, dad's pretending. Does that make sense? Like maybe
Sure.
somehow that kind of solidifies that that's a safe space, even though dad's tone might be a little different, or something.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly hope so. I thought you were going to say it teaches him how to be a scene stealer, because he certainly was.
Well, there's that as well.
Upstaging me
I'm
the second
telling you.
time on stage, that son of a. Yeah, he seems comfortable in it. But
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, you've got an actor." It's like, he doesn't know what's happening here.
I have a baby.
Yeah, I have a baby, and that's about it. But yeah, he's good natured in the sense that he is open for exploring and trying new things. And
Good.
sometimes he's nervous about it. Like when we do the story times, I think I was talking about that last time,
Yeah.
about taking him to story time. And at first he kind of checks everybody out, and then, get me down on the mat. I want to, let's go. I want to play with these things, go smack some kids in the face and try on this thing and put this thing in my mouth. So
Yeah.
I like his, he's got a great sense of adventure and exploration, I think. And I think that'll be great.
How does he do with, and maybe he hasn't met very many, but how does he do with strange or new animals that he might encounter while you guys are out and about? Like if someone has a pet dog that they're walking.
Yeah. I was just thinking this morning, we saw a coyote on our walk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a coyote was coming down the hill, and I was trying to point it out, and then it ran across the street kind of in front of us. And it makes me, the actor inside of me, so envious, because he's so present and just taking it in. There's no like attitude about it or idea of what it is or isn't. It's just like, you just sense the digestion. It's just
Wow.
like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a thing that exists. Wow, and I'm even acting up more than he did when watching. It's just,
Yeah.
he just kind of takes it in. He's just present with it. And when there's things that like, we have a lot of hummingbirds around our place, and now he's aware of the sound that I just heard is those things I see on the feeder, and so there's recognition developing, and I heard the sound. Did I see it? No, okay. Let's go back to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first he wasn't really all that excited about dogs. But I think it was part of the same thing of like, okay, that's a thing. And, maybe it had been too much. It's just like, wow, I can't take that in. Okay. Pacifier,
Right.
But
has he pet a dog?
Yeah, he has. There's a couple in the neighborhood and some friends that we've made, our neighbors, who have a daughter that's 13 months, 14 months now. And they kind of like interacting with each other, and that's developed. She is speaking more and learned how to say his name, so she'll be even walking by the house with her mom or dad and saying our son's name. It's like, she's out there. You want to go say hi to your friend? And it's exciting to think that we could have a little neighborhood gang of kids, because there's quite a few other people who have moved in with kids that are around the same age and they're playing and whatnot. But they have a dog, and so the interaction with that dog is more regular. And so sometimes it comes up and says hi, and it's kind of like, he puts his hand out, we'll touch it. And there's another one that's quite big, but is very gentle, giant type of dog. Hank the big black, I don't know, looks like a wolf almost, but he wants to really get to know the babies in the neighborhood. So he'll come up and put his nose in his lap when he's in his stroller, and so he's touched him a few times, but there isn't right now an excitement, but things are developing all the time. The way he was taking in the trees and everything that was around him today, it almost felt like he'd never done this walk that we've done countless times. There was something new today, and about maybe what he's able to kind of connect, or I don't know, something's firing different in those synapses, so that he's seeing it anew. Which was wild and very exciting to see. So
last week you mentioned that sleep wasn't quite sticking to the schedule, is kind of being a little wonky. How's it been this past week?
Some slight correction.
Yeah.
I mean, it's changed, but I say correction only because it's not waking up as often as we were last week. Still doing a night feed, which is wild because we're still getting the same amount of bottle feeds, or breast bottle feeds. Breast milk feeds per day. Now we've introduced almost every day 2 meals.
Wow.
And as I
at
described,
usually
like
the same time?
Small. After the first nap and after the second nap.
Okay.
So not in between when he first wakes up in his first nap, but after the second and first and second nap. And, as I said, they're not, try this little piece of, whatever. He's like, 2 tablespoons of each thing, some yogurt and the eggs. They're decent portions for a kid whose stomach is probably, that big.
Right.
So he must be really growing. And I swear today he seems taller, because in his seat that he feeds in, his feet now can touch where I don't feel like they could before, and he's pushing himself up and out.
Really?
When he gets excited. Oh, yeah. So I think he's really growing because he's eating so much. And that feed at night, he has only kind of done one, I feel like, per night since we spoke last. Though there was one night of getting up a couple of times. So yeah, good. There's some progress back to that, but it may just kind of be par for the course for a little bit as he is in this growth phase, if that's what's going on. It seems like it, because he's consuming a lot.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of him growing, is he Are you guys close to having to get a new car seat?
No.
Okay, good.
I can't recall off the top of my head. I would have to pull it up, the specs on it, but my wife would know off the top of her head. And we were talking about it the other day, and no, there's,
Okay,
I
good.
think probably another 20 pounds maybe, or 10.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I know they're expensive, and as fast as they grow, I didn't know how quickly you had to keep getting another one and another one and another one.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I asked, is the fear of like, oh my God.
Right.
Oh goodness. And also,
Yeah.
where are we going to store the other two? Because if we want to have another, and oh
Right.
man, I don't want to just get rid of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found out. I don't recall. But
But you're not
Not
shopping
yet.
for one right now.
we're not looking for a new one.
Right.
No. Yeah, we have some time on that.
How are you and your wife doing just as far as your work schedules and just, coming back, being away, getting rest? You guys doing all right?
Yeah, generally I would say it's a tough transition. I, don't want to speak for her. I know that it's probably harder on her and for her just because of her more regular work, and I'm kind of the primary caretaker in between the things that I have going on. And
Yeah.
when work does come in and I'm, on set or have other things happening, and we've had people come help, I know that takes some of the stress off of it, but I think it's not an easy thing to adjust to, and just as it's hard to just be away from him. But
Yeah.
I'm looking for work if anyone's hiring out there, So.
Look, I can vouch that you do a fantastic job. So if anyone's looking for an actor or some voice work,
How many
Lane Compton
times
right
can we
here.
plug
Yeah,
Lane?
we've got another button up on the screen right now. If you want to go ahead and click on that a couple
Oh,
times.
goodness. Yeah. But yeah, it's tricky. I think we're doing a great job of helping each other in, she was in the overnight shift last night.
Yeah.
And getting up with him and just making sure that we're out of the house early so she can fall down and to sleep quickly. And
Yeah.
hopefully that helps her get a deeper sleep faster, as it's hard to sleep during the day regardless. But, helping each other as best we can. She does the same when I have the late overnights at the bar, or it's not overnight, but to the wee hours.
Yeah.
And yeah, one hand washes the other, trying to be there for each other and
Yeah.
not be too grumpy and
Right.
frustrated, which it comes up to. And
Sure.
it's, try not to take it personal and just try to help. And which is, it's kind of bit of lip service at the moment. It's hard for sure.
Yeah.
But that's the intention, is to do that, is to help each other and alleviate as much stress as possible. But
Yeah.
I think she's probably taking on more of it than I, and in different ways. There's contributions happening on both sides. It's,
Sure.
an adjustment just to learn to take care of a kid for 12 hours a day.
Yeah. I know it's been, I don't know, a month or so ago that we talked about it, and it doesn't seem like it's been a thing that you've really had to move on recently, but a little while ago we were talking about the possible search for a babysitter. Is that something that's come up again, or have you not really had to?
We haven't really begun, but it came up in conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
There's work opportunities, in particular in the bar world, that are, private gigs or other bar shifts that, the golden handcuff thing, they're a good chunk of change for pretty in and out, minimal, low impact work. That's hard for me to pass up. And, gotta weigh the odds sometimes. Some of it has been, when I was doing construction, the day rate for me wasn't that great. And so it's like, well, if we hired somebody, most of what I made would go towards that person, or maybe all of it, so is it worth it? But that's a different story when it comes to these other gigs at night that are coming in. And if she's working, it's kind of like, well, maybe just hiring someone that can be here at the night. He's sleeping anyway, it's just kind of sitting. You gotta trust them, of course, and get them vetted and all that, but maybe less important to have them be top tier and someone that we really feel out and say, yeah, this is a person we want to be part of raising, because it's hard to think that you just go, oh yeah, go on, take our kid and be good to him.
Impart your stuff onto him,
Yeah, exactly. And wanting to have someone on the same page and all that. My good bud, who's got 2/3 due any day now, probably, had this long list of like questions and vetting ideas and ways to look at and how to find someone that he passed on to us. So, kind of incorporating some of those ideas and coming up with our own. It's got to be, interpersonal. What is each family looking for, and how do you find the right fit? And can't be easy. But
and when you look at that list, including the things that you guys may have added into there, do you look at it and say, this is exactly who we want? Or do you look at it and say, can anyone check all these boxes? Like, what's your mindset when you're, because I feel like I could go back and forth between both mindsets.
Yeah. And I think that's happening. And even coming up with ideas, we haven't even begun to meet anyone. And I can imagine when you do, then it's like, oh, they do this or bring this to the table that I couldn't have thought of, and I hate it or I love it. And you never know, right?
Yeah.
Like, who knows? But yeah, I mean, I'm sure in some ways it feels like a tall order, and probably we won't get all boxes checked maybe, or, we have the set aside that are like deal breakers. If this can't be brought to the table, we're saying no. The other ones we'd like, but again, finding time to even break that down with each other, with our schedules and work and just spending time with our kid. The last thing we are doing is like, okay, let's have that family meeting. Let's break down the list. But it's time, because as things are evolving, there's going to be some changes in my wife's work and her percentage of work, so that she can be home more, and I'll have to be finding more stuff. So it will have to change a little bit, and we'll have to find someone at some point. So starting to look and come up with that list and break it down, and we shall see.
Will your wife's hours be affected much now that she's in a slightly different position at work, or was it she just got a raise and is still doing the same thing, or how will that change?
Position's the same.
Okay.
But it's cutting back in hours. And that was a requested and then approved thing, and it's great that
nice
her hospital offers that, so she can stay on as the same. But we'll just be able to cut back some hours.
So good.
Yeah, I know she's really looking forward to it, and I am very much for her as well. So
well, and when you talk about that list of checklist things for babysitters, I had a friend, and she had a list of what she wanted in a husband, and it was a long list that when I looked, she showed it to me, and I was like, Christy, you gotta let one or two of these. You can't. There's this guy, and she found Sam, and he checked every box on that, and it kind of taught me it's okay to know what you want and have this long list of this is what I would like, because man, it can happen, and so it's important to, know what you're looking for and what you and hold that, especially when it's comes to putting someone else, your child in the hands of someone else.
Yeah. Well, what a sweet story for one. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And thanks for saying that, because I think it is great to take into consideration is it's also about boundary creating and how important that is. And
yeah.
So yeah, maybe we'll hold to that list.
Yeah.
My God,
yeah.
no matter how long it is.
There you go. Exactly.
Thank you, Christy.
Yes. Well, you got the things on the list for a reason. They're important to you.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. For sure.
Well, I did want to ask if you've got any new entries in your diary day diapers for us this week.
But of course. 115, mix, solid brown. I watched him stop at the coffee table, pause, pensive. Maybe stopped by an indecision as to what toy to play with next. A few grunts intermixed with some contractions. Nope. It was all just to push out the initial movement. Turning to me at the end with a smile. I'm done. I did it. That felt good. I'm thinking, well, basically, we could have done that in the toilet. I saw the moment it started, as it happened, and was ready to help when done. I mean, basically, he's potty trained at this point, right? But let's not rush into things. So up you go, little guy. No need to sit in your shit. A clean butt always feels better. Clean butt. Everybody loves a clean butt. A little ditty we do during the change. All wiped up, all good to go. Oh, good old adult poo. Maybe a little dry, crammed into the diaper, now thrown into the can. But don't forget the soft serve. As I turn and watch the swirled pile finish with a signature curly cue at the top. A steaming, stinky, dark chocolate Dole Whip surprise waiting for me. Well, thankfully we raised a courteous young man, and he was holding both feet up in the air. Happy baby. Butt hovering over the pile. Now to get this mess cleaned up, and without him squirming into it.
I like it. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Just when you think it's done, there was... Yeah, it was so funny. The thought, too, was like, God, it was a little dry. It's just kind of one big... I see why he was pushing so hard at the coffee table.
Yeah.
And then putting it in the can and turning it, it's just like... It's like, well, that's the right kind of, soft stool that you want.
Right?
That adult or, grown-up food, whatever you want to call it, solid food thing is going through him pretty well, I guess.
Is he, the way you describe him looking at you while he's doing his business, is he finding humor in or looking at you or reacting to his farts? Or did they just kind of happen? Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, sometimes there's like a look around after it happens, but there's no humor in it. He is developing a sense of humor with things and playing games and playing with you and mirrors in particular this week. He's always liked seeing himself in the mirror and with you, and especially if it's the three of us. Yeah. There's a real joy he gets, and it's very apparent when we are all together. He loves that.
The family's there.
Yeah, which is really sweet. But the other thing he's been doing today is the realization of how he can use a mirror. So if you're there and he knows if he looks right, he's going to see you over there. And there's something about that he's like playing with a lot. Well, he'll look at you and then he'll go.
And look at your turn and look at you in the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we've been playing that game and a little bit of hide and seek, and the fun of it, the excitement of play is in full swing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lane, thanks so much for hanging out this week, man. It's always a joy, always a pleasure. Thank you for your time and you know what? When we're done, thank your wife for your time as well, because it really is cool. And I look forward to next week's episode.
Same here, Ed. Thanks for all the great questions and keeping us on track.
I'll try.
All right, until next week, buddy.
All right, buddy.